Good evening. My name is Michelle LeClair, and as you probably know by now, I'm running for Vice President of the Métis Nation, Saskatchewan. I want to talk to you today about what we're planning over the next couple of weeks. We've been affected, obviously, by the COVID restrictions. Before I talk about that, though, I want to send my sincere condolences and thoughts and prayers to those people that we've lost from our community over the last while. We've not only lost seniors and elders, but we've lost younger people. And with this variant, it's pretty scary. So I hope everybody is staying safe. And it brings me to, obviously, we're not going to be traveling so much into the community. And if we do, it'll be safely done, and it will be in accordance with the guidelines that are set out by Saskatchewan Health Authority. So over the next little while, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up some forums to discuss issues like economic development. For example, with economic development, we're reaching out to Métis people, entrepreneurs, business developers, people that are in the community that want to see some economic development, that sort of thing. And we're going to talk to those people in the community that are experts, that want to be involved, and hear from them, hear their voices about what they think should be done with economic development. Because you always have to be really careful about that. Land is important. The resources are important. We don't want to give one for the other. So just listening to those voices, listening to plans that people have. We've got experts in our community that are Métis. We're going to have a forum on Métis youth, talking about issues that some of the youth have talked to me about. Mental health, addictions, youth suicide is so important to talk about those issues. We're losing youth as a result of, really deep-seated issues that result in them that result in them becoming so depressed that they take their own lives. We need to make a change, and we need to hear from the youth. Not from people who think they know what the youth need, but from the youth. They also have talked to me about educational issues, that sort of thing. So that's a forum that we're going to have running. We want to talk to elders. I've spoken with elders who have expressed an interest, obviously, in having the Métis Nation set up a Medicaid, Medicare kind of program for them. And about aging issues. We always think we see our elders, we think, they've got stable environment to live for the most part, those sorts of things. But it's age issues that we need to talk to. We need to start talking about how we can keep our elders in our communities, which kind of connects, it can connect with economic development, and it does connect with housing. Not just housing per se, but supported living housing, so we can support these elders in their own community. We all know elders that have left their community and gone down to, communities far from the north, for example. An elder from Isle Cross having to live in Meadow Lake in a care home, and his wife has to spend, so much money visiting him. That shouldn't happen. We should have care homes, level 4 care homes in our communities. That's going to take some time. It's going to take some planning, but I believe that we can do it. Keeping their language and their culture and their friends, and keeping them together and keeping them in our community so that their grandkids can visit them. Those kinds of issues the elders want to talk about. Also, we want to do a forum on self-governance and the self-governance agreement, where we've gone in the last 2 years since it's been signed, Who's doing all the work on that self-government agreement? Consultants and lawyers. We haven't heard a lot in the community about what's happening there, and community members are raising those issues with me. Veterans. The veterans file is so near and dear to my heart because, as I told you when I introduced myself, I worked with the veterans many years ago in the early 90s. There was a settlement that was given, and we want to know what happened to that money. And are children or survivors that person's family? Is that person's family going to in some way benefit from that veterans agreement? So these are all issues that we need to talk about. I have also set up a form on my Facebook page and on my web page. And there's a form, or go on our Facebook page, there's a form there. Send me your questions. I will, if you don't want to give me a call, address them on this way through video. And there's a number of questions that you can answer, and then you can ask on there. And I would love to be able to try and address them as best I can. Also, my phone number is 306-260-2242. I would love it if you reached out to me and we could have a discussion about what you think is important, because this is what it's about. It's about having your voice heard, but not just heard. You need to have your voice, your opinions and your suggestions go somewhere other than to the place that person's heard it. That's not happening right now. We need to make it happen. We need to make sure that all of your voices are heard. And I intend on doing that. So please reach out. Pardon me, are just one person. I don't know every single issue that you're going to talk to me about, but I can guarantee you this. I will look into it, and I will try and find you an answer the best I can. So, with that, have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk soon.